We're going to try to dissect what they're doing, what their launch strategy is, and we're going to take a few categories and we're going to find a few things that are exploding in the last 7 days. Awesome. We are back. This is episode 24. Today, we're going to go through CaloData and we're going to show you how to find products that just launched that are getting some virality and that are exploding on TikTok. Today, I have Ryan as a co-host. He is a TikTok expert, and he's going to be helping me look at these products, and we're gonna try to dissect what they're doing, what their launch strategy is, and we're going to take a few categories and we're going to find a few things that are exploding in the last 7 days.
Yeah. Hey everyone, nice to be back on the show.
Awesome, awesome. All right, cool. Well, let me go ahead and share my screen. So this is Christmas time, so things are definitely hot, and there's definitely a lot of things happening. We're going to use an analytics tool that I recommend, and we use every day called KaloData. And in here, what we're going to do is start from the beginning. So whether you're a creator, whether you're a brand, and let's say you're just trying to find out what are the hottest products right now in a category. So what you want to do is you go to category. And we're going to take a few examples here. So let's just take a few of them. We'll take beauty and personal care. It's always a good one. Let's take nutrition and wellness, skincare. Do you have one that you would like to see?
I'm just checking it out. Let's look at toys and hobbies.
Toys and hobbies, good stuff. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're basically just going to go into the category, and we're going to using a particular filter that is in CaloData will be able to give us the information that we need to see newly launched products. So let me go ahead and just get my screen set up. And basically, once you open the category, you need to come down to the product ranking and just click more, because that opens up the products with the category filter showing the last 30 days ranked by product. So now let me just do this last one here, and we'll be good to go. Okay, cool. So now I have the products by 4 categories, and I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with the first one. This one, as you can see, is beauty and personal care. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to use this filter called launch date, and we're going to pick something within 7 days. We're going to click submit, and we're going to be able to see some crazy stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look. Wow, $85,000 in the last 7 days. That is crazy.
Totally wild. And it says live exclusive creme brulee glam. So
I think we need to look a little closer.
that's crazy.
So when you see a spike like this, you can see that this happened on one day. That is crazy. There has to be, in my opinion, without looking, I'm guessing something like a huge influencer, somebody probably that's on the celebrity status side. Let's take a look. So, okay, cool. So they did a live video. Patrick to Beauty did a live and generated $54,000. That happened. If you see here, that happened on the 13th, and that was generated from a live video, which you can see here. You can see that there is also other revenue which came from the product card, and this is probably an afterthought from the top of funnel from the live. Somebody probably saw the live, and then they went to go look for them, and then they went and purchased, which happened from the product card, from an advertisement or something to that effect. As you can and they probably don't even have that many videos even made, which is crazy. It looks like they have literally just this person made a video, but most of the revenue is generated from a live. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Can we look at who that creator is?
yeah, let's check it out.
I think it's brand owner.
Beauty that brings you out. New lip balm now at Sephora at patrickta.com.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the name of the brand? Okay, cool. It was the brand itself. Interesting. The plot thickens. So the brand themselves did a live, but let's look at what they have going for them that a lot of people may not have, and I'll just show that to you right now. They have 537,000 followers. That is a significant amount of followers, and you can see here that they have generated in the last 30 days $348,000. And let's take a look. They only work for their brand, which makes sense, and they are generating a lot of revenue. Now, you can see if I was to look a little bit further, I could probably just guess that the brand is probably crushing it. This is a new product, and they took advantage of the amount of followers that that they had to do a live to kind of do it as a launch. And I think that that is pretty cool. We go to the office hours every Friday on our TikTok shop partners, and I do know that TikTok is heavily pushing right now doing lives, and I know that there's a lot of incentives and kickbacks. So that's pretty wild. What do you think about that, Ryan?
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I'd like to know the pricing that they had on that item.
$198.
109. I mean, that's not cheap.
It is not cheap.
What did they sell?
They sold a
Set of beauty things.
exactly.
Okay. So I think that's probably a good deal for the people who know, like, trust, and follow these guys and buy their, and they probably hyped it up too. I don't think that this just happened on a whim. They probably had people waiting. They probably had all of their, it was pre-prepped, email sent out, so the people knew, okay, at this time there's a live going on and there's a big sale going to happen or a big announcement. That's what I would guess.
Absolutely, like a teaser leading up to it.
Yeah. I would guess
Yeah,
that all the followers and everybody who likes them, all their customers, their VIPs knew that this was going to occur.
absolutely. And let's, I mean, the takeaway that I get from this is that using lives to launch a new product when you're an established brand, based on the data that we see here, is a successful action. Let's go ahead and look at the. Let's go a little bit. Let's go to the next one and see if we can find a pattern and see if we can see other things that. Let's see. So here are the products. Let's go ahead and just take two more. This one is Medicube, which is a massive brand. Um, I know that this store is crushing it. So they started 7 days ago, and let's take a look. $78,000 in revenue. $69,000 came from videos, which they happen to have up within the first 7 days. That is impressive. That is definitely not that's not an accident. That is planned and executed well. The live revenue is 9,000. Let's go down and take a look at the videos. So um, if I had to guess, due to the size of this brand, because I know that they're typically in the top 10, top 20, they probably had their creators lined up. They had everything kind of set up. They sent out the samples ahead of time, and they went over hooks and different things, strategies to get this new product launched. And then they launched it upon going live on TikTok, which is absolutely genius and amazing execution.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Awesome. Let's go take a look at number three. This one's number three. To be honest, I honestly think it's the same brand as the first one. So I'm going to skip this one and I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah, I think it's the same one too. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh, okay. This one is BK Beauty Brushes. This one looks like they did $34,000. And you can see that the revenue came from product card. Wow. Product card. Let's go take a look at that. Creator info is the brand themselves. Items sold was 17. How expensive is this product? $478. Wow. Wow.
A
Yeah,
lot of
this
money.
one is very interesting because yeah, it is definitely a lot of money, but there isn't the product card itself typically is hard to push. Um It's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like I would like to do a deeper dive into this one because I feel like there's a little untold story with this one that I'm not entirely sure how they did that with the product card. But I would, but maybe what they did is they drove traffic to the listing from an external source, and they did kind of like a launch, and maybe they did some sort of something to that effect because 26,000 with no videos is quite something.
Look at live revenue, Eric, just towards to the right, 8,000. So they
Yeah,
must have done a live. They must have done a live. Just one live. That's it.
Yeah. Live revenue from the brand themselves was
Yeah.
8,000. They have 111,000 followers. Most likely is a big brand. Let's take a look. I imagine it is the case. Okay, $160,000 in revenue. I believe that the other product was 30,000 roughly or so, something like that. So, I mean, it wasn't chump change. It was actually about 20% of the revenue, which is quite significant. One thing that I will add is that when you have followers and you have a creator community, what you can do is is pretty much anything with a little bit of creativity and gamifying and creating some sort of excitement within your community. You can make it so you can hit the ground running, which we can see in the last three products where they went from 0 to 100 in 7 days. And if you think about it, with a lot of these sophisticated Amazon strategies and the honeymoon period, it's very possible that it could that sort of strategy could happen on TikTok, where the day you go live, you need to have a live, you need to have videos go, like, you need to create traction and kinda get the algorithm going from day 1 to really get the traction with the product, and that could be something that could potentially be happening based on what we're seeing here.
Mm.
Let's go to a different category. Okay, great. Now we're going into a very competitive category, which is supplements. Let me go ahead and make sure to put that in the same
Sup
filter.
super tough.
Super tough. Okay. One thing that I do notice here just immediately is that the amount of money is drastically less.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this one product. What do we see here? Live revenue. Okay. I think that there is something to this. I
Yeah,
think that it's
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that, we're seeing a very common denominator in all of these. I mean, I'd like to see till the end, but, if you're launching a product on TikTok, it's very clear that you have to have an audience lined up, an audience pre-prepped, and you needed to be doing a live.
absolutely. And I believe for that to actually happen and be able to do that correctly, you probably would have to have some success and a community. But there are services out there that can help you kind of generate that kind of community without having one. But as you can see here, they are crushing it, and they definitely have a community.
Yeah, they definitely do.
But I've seen bigger. 780 videos a month is not the biggest I've seen in this space by no means.
No.
Interesting, interesting. Let's go ahead and dig deeper. Let's go to a category that's a little bit different. Toys. I like toys. It's not as competitive. I think that I like the creator audience in this category. I like everything about toys. Toys is a good category. Okay, so
And
let's go
and
do.
given that it's Q4, December, I mean, this should be blowing up.
Wow. Well, interesting. Beauty was the one with looked like the craziest tricks, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top one here. Let's see, 15.99. It's a toy. What do we
And
see
I
here?
think it's actually a candy.
A candy.
Chupa Chups is a candy. Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Those are, suckers.
Okay. Okay. Let's take a look how they generated their revenue. I see that that's $9,390, and I look to the right and I see that it's live revenue. I'm starting to see that there is a launch SOP here that is being pretty apparent based on the research that we're seeing, which it looks like doing a live immediately to get the algorithm going, getting the sales going is what you need to do to get your product moving on TikTok based on what I'm seeing. It's very interesting. I just to compound that, what I'd like to do, let me just go ahead and find a few other categories. Let's go ahead and try nutrition and wellness, fashion accessories, sports and outdoors, phones and electronics, and then let's dig deeper in here. We'll go to this one and let's take a look. Now, doing a live, you can do it on the brand level, very much can be done, but it also can be done on the creator side. So it does require a kind of creator that's kind of into that. Um, yeah, definitely requires the right creator. It looks like I picked the same category, so I'm just going to go to the next one, which I believe was fashion and accessories. Let's try that again. Didn't do the launch date. 10,000. Okay. And what do we see? revenue, live. I'm definitely starting to see a
Crazy.
consistency.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing a very high unit price. That is a expensive wig.
I mean, Eric, all of the stuff we've seen so far that's done super well, it's 300 bucks, 500 bucks, average unit price, 420 bucks. This breaks through the very core of my fundamental belief is that when you're doing something on TikTok, you want to be under 50 bucks. Like, this is ridiculous.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the amount of units sold, if this was a $10 product, you'd be at $250. So, and as you can see, we're at 10K. Yeah, um, definitely something interesting here, but I do see that there is a consistency with these lives and starting. They went live and boom, they did the live. Let's see, was it done by the brand? Yep, it was done by the brand, probably a large brand. Let's just confirm. Yep, they are crushing it. So, whether they have a creator community, whether they're using some sort of service, they definitely have creators lined up, as well as they're making content themselves where they're probably doing, like you said, the teaser to get people excited and ready. And then they are launching the product and doing the live, which is pretty amazing. Let's check another category. Okay. Now, this one is a retro Jordan shoe, which definitely is different than a private label product. Um, but let's see how they sold it.
It's a
It's
reseller.
$14,000 live. $14,000. This is very interesting. Now I'm positive that this brand is not Nike. Um, so
No, the reseller,
w-
superior supply.
yep. But again, what do we see? We see the live. Now, what happens when we look down the road? Do they do a live? Do they sell through stock and then they move on? Is it consistent? I honestly think that it is what people are doing to launch products. Once you have a community and once you have the ability to do a teaser and kind of create that kind of buzz and excitement. And so I definitely see that there's something to this. And I think that this is something we should probably put some attention on and start doing on a bigger scale.
Definitely.
Let's see phones and electronic. Okay. We got some sales here. Let's take a look. Okay, retro handheld game console. Now I get advertisements for this all the time, so I do know that it's there's hundreds of these different things and they have and they're pretty cheap. So I don't know if this is can an overnight success or it's going to be here for good. But what I can see again is the same patterns. So you can see here it's been up in the last 7 days, and you can see here their live revenue made up 32,550. Their video revenue made 23,000. If you come down here, you can see that they had a series of creators ready, and you can see that the biggest creator is this person right here that made up the live revenue of 12,000 and the video revenue of 21,000. So this creator right here is definitely the 80 percenter, definitely the one that is the hero in this launch. And again, the same we see this. We're seeing the same thing over and over again, which tells us that there is a trend. There is something here to be learned that anybody could take away from this and use this when launching their product on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, a new product live. Revenue 34,000, 30,000. Now let's talk about the live
There's two
and
spikes there, Eric. There's two spikes there.
okay. 10,000, 8,999. Okay, let's check it out. Maybe they have two lives. Yep. Two people went live. Interesting.
So a few days apart, they planned it this one and then a few days this one.
Absolutely. I mean, if you think about it, what would it take for people to make videos in a launch? Well, you'd have to send them the product ahead of time. You'd have to kind of create a hook, create a something, and get them to post a video. Now, the difference between a video and a live is that a live is real time. It's happening. It alerts all your followers, and people can go over the product repetitively. There's a lot of good energy, and it's a different dynamic than when it is just a hook with a video with a hook, and they either it either is engaging or not. But there's something about a live when you turn on CBS or you look on people selling something on TV or some sort of something like that, it grabs your attention because you kind of want to see what's going to happen next because it's in real time. And so I think that I think that this trend, I've been hearing a lot about it, talking about how big it is in China. It's possible that it could be catching on here. It's also possible that it could be directly related to the success of new launches based on what we see here.
Yeah.
Okay, this looks like the meta. Okay, boom, live. Yeah, I think it's quite definitive that this strategy is here to stay, and it is working, and it is something that something everybody should take a look at and see how they could potentially use this for their product and their brand.
And I think the key success here, I mean, like we said it before, it's not just a launch of a new product. They're bundling. When that brush is, right? If they launched one new brush, they're going to get 10 cents. But instead, they sold a whole collection of brushes for like $500. And they only sold 25 of them. But it was 25, 30, 40, $50,000 in one live. It's a huge difference.
Absolutely. Increasing your AOV definitely makes it easier to advertise as well, to push it, to be aggressive. And when everything is based on percentage, you need those margins. And when you're selling something for $1.50, $10, you're scraping pennies, and it's not where you want to be from a competitive standpoint.
No, I definitely think key takeaways, lives and bundles. Now, let's just not forget about a super, super important part of this, Eric, and that is that we are midway through December, Christmas madness, everybody's spending, people are going on holiday. It is a spending season. Do you believe that if this was middle of January, we and these guys were doing the same lives, that we would be seeing the same results?
It's a good question. We'll have to take a look at it, but I I do think that there are urges to purchase at different times of the year. For example, January is really big with the New Year, New Me. So I every year January is always the best for supplements, and I guarantee you will see bundles and things of that nature in January that probably will be crushing it as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Mhm.
think that there's a little bit of a search find buy, a little bit of an Amazon launch kind of comparison that could be made, but I think that it is powered with lives, and I think that these bigger brands can essentially get their ammunition to the creators, and they can plan it correctly so that they can do the lives, get the videos made, and then go live. All around the same time to really kind of get the traction on the platform, and I think that that's something that could be broken down, and I think it would be something that would be great to do a test to do live, and I think that that would be a lot of fun to show.
Yeah, and I think also anybody here that owns a brand, look, you may you know, you very likely have not done a live on TikTok for whatever it is worth for Christmas. Um, Guys, think about how you could utilize this for January, New Year, New Me. Think about how you could utilize this for February, Valentine's Day, for March, Mother's Day, you know, for June, July, you know, Independence Day. I mean, there is always a reason and a way to take advantage of the month you're in to spike your sales with a live. And I think key takeaways are bundles to increase your AOV. And, you know, there was one that did two lives a few days apart. I would definitely take advantage of that. Why not three? One live now, 2 days later, another live, 2 days later, another live. Boom, boom, boom. You've got your spikes. And I think it's a it's our assumption, but they definitely warmed up their audiences. I think that the people who were watching these lives were prepared for something to happen. You know, there's if you've got a Shopify store and you've got a, you know, a good amount of clients that you own, which is what I always preach. Shopify you want because you own your clients, and you know, it really makes you a brand. You can email them, costs you nothing. Pre-prep an email. There's so many ways you can pre-prep an existing client base, specifically if they really know, like, and trust and repeat buy, to help you get traction with new launches like we've just seen. And don't just launch the one product, bundle it with your best sellers. Get that AOV way out the park. So even if you have fewer sales than you were projecting, you're still going to smash it.
Absolutely, and keep in mind, there's also in customer segments there is a an automation you can set up where it will basically message all of your followers when you go live, as well as you can advertise lives, as well as the platform also pushes lives. So there is definitely an advantage to it. The downsides to lives would be that once the live is done, the live is over and it is no longer something that can be promoted. So you really want to you really need to get as much out of the live while it's happening. So I do think that you're absolutely right. Having the teasers, having the mailing list, and kind of having that strategy in your arsenal, and before you do that, I think that that is definitely the way to do it.
Yeah. I think it was a very good episode. Guys, most sellers, most people that we help selling 3 to 5 million plus, they get stuck. They get stuck on Amazon and they don't know how to improve. Spending more money on PPC, just doing little tricks here and there. All that's happening is your costs are going up, but your revenue remains the same or decreases. And what we aim to be showing you is that you do have options. There is a whole pool of knowledge that you probably have no idea about, and where to even start. That's our jobs. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you, guide you, show you what to do. So if you guys want more of this on a one-on-one basis, reach out to us. We manage brands. We help you. Um, if you don't want to take that step just yet, subscribe and keep watching. Yeah, we're here to help.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said. Well, thank you very much, Ryan. And I definitely think we should do another video on this in the future, but I think this was a great video as well. And thank you again.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching. I am a team lead at Bullseye Sellers. I've been in the Amazon and TikTok space for over 10 years, and I've worked with over 100 brands, helping them generate over 100 million in sales. On this channel, I'm going to share real strategies and growth hacks to help you scale your Amazon brand and TikTok shop. If you would like help, please book a free strategy call with our team. A calendar link will be in the description. As well as, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.